Okay, what we're looking at here is a function called transfer files. Now, this is what we can incorporate in a Visual Studio program. This is using Visual C# code, and this can be connected to a button so that when we actually want to transfer the files, we click that button and it runs the transfer files function. And it builds a PowerShell script to transfer files from a folder from a server to another PC. We start with some strings. These are what we call variables. They will store some of our commands and other things. Now we have these strings here called pass and username. We need some passwords and usernames in order for our PowerShell script to work properly. And these pass user, server pass, and server user have been defined separately. So then we build our PowerShell script line by line. So, for example, the command 1 is the first line of our PowerShell script. Remember, we took the password, we converted the password into a secure string, and so we put that into this command 1 variable, this command 1 string. Command 2 will take the second line, and it will take the PowerShell credentials for our command. Command 3 will take the invoke command and the script block, the start of our script block. So we take a variable, we create a new network object which is called $net, and that's the first line of our invoke command, our script block. We need to put a colon on the end, and then the next part of our command, the next script block, is to map the network drive. And you notice temp drive, instead of calling it U drive as we did in our PowerShell script, we call it temp drive. Now this can be taken from the contents of a box, a text box on our form, and the source folder can also be taken from a combo box or a text box on our form. And obviously we need to give it a username and password. Again, this can be changed. And command 5 will be copying from the temp drive to a destination folder, and again this can be taken from the contents of a text box on our form, one of our Windows forms. And obviously we then take the credentials that we have, the username and password. Then, so we have the PowerShell script. We then create a new PowerShell script, a new instance of a PowerShell script. We then concatenate those commands together. We put them together so that we can use them in the script. Textbox3.txt is going to act as a debug window. So we want to see the contents of our PowerShell script that we've put together by taking the contents of a few text boxes and combo boxes, and we put them into a command command variable. We can see the output of that in a debug window. And in fact, we could take the contents of the debug window and we could actually run that as a PowerShell script just to test it, to make sure that it works. Then we add those commands to our PowerShell script, and then in this line here we are invoking that script. So we run the PowerShell script from within our program, and that's how it's done in a Visual Studio program. How we can build a PowerShell script, we can then create an instance of a new script, add the commands to the script, and then invoke the script from within our Visual Studio program. That's how it's done.